Teachers everywhere are trying to find new ways to prepare students for their futures.
Project Lead the Way is one new approach, and it's at West Ottawa's Macatawa Bay Middle School for the first time this year.
And as we found out, the kids are learning hands-on ways to solve real-world problems.
Is she going to have to look somewhere else while she's working on it?
These are 5 different boots from 5 different teams with no wrong answers in a major class project.
They learn different types of programs, math, science, so it's all tied into one. And it's really beneficial for them to actually learn a little bit of sensitivity and compassion for the people that have cerebral palsy.
Dennis Keegan introduced Project Lead the Way to his 8th graders at Macatawa Middle School this year.
Overall, we want to work on what we call developmental milestones, so things like being able to write.
It started with a real-life scenario, an occupational therapist looking for something that would help her patients with cerebral palsy.
One of the big questions a lot of us have is, what is CP? I know a lot of us, me included, didn't really know what cerebral palsy was. And what we learned was it was disease forming the brain.
Mr. Keegan charged them with designing items to help the patients, including a boot.
And then they basically tested it and then presented it.
Much like the name of the program implies, the students had to lead their own way in solving these problems without specific instructions or right answers from their teacher.
All of us came up with a design. We all put them together. We made the pros and cons of each one, and then we picked the best one, and then we went off of it.
So it was a bit fun to be able to work hands-on and know you're helping people.
That's exactly what Mr. Keegan hoped they would get out of the assignment and carry on into college and life beyond school. This is an approach that's really gaining traction in schools across the country and in West Michigan. They want to teach the students to be creative, problem solve. That's what you have to do in the real world. It's not just about getting the right answer on a test. It's about coming up with a solution, and there's usually more than one.
Finding the best solution for whatever you're trying to tackle. Now this boot it hasn't been implemented yet.
Not yet. The therapists, they have the prototypes.
Yeah.
The therapist will decide which design works best and then move that forward into production. So it could end up on someone's foot someday.
Making a huge difference.
Yeah.
Remarkable.